y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and we are back with the monthly layout share. Grab you a drink and a snack because this will be a little bit long. I made a lot of layouts in May, and I used 2 different collections mostly. During the day crop I went to in National Scrapbook Day, the crop, and then for some of the challenges on some of the groups, there's not process videos for those pages that I'm going to show you, but I did not use the collections. But for all the days of the month, for the 31 days, I did use 2 collections. The first one was the Simple Stories, let's see, Simple Storage, Simple Vintage Berry Fields. And I had the 6x8 paper pad and some of the ephemera and stuff that I got from Peachy Cheap. And then I also used the Simple Story, Simple Vintage Life in Bloom collection also. But I am going to show y'all the pages that was not using those collections first. So this is a layout that I did. This one was for my design team spot at Scrap-A-Sketch, and this was made with all printables from Scrap-A-Sketch Facebook group. And this one is very simple, but it was made for a sketch challenge that was also very simple, but I ended up using the printables from Scrap-A-Sketch for it. And some stickers from one of the Simple Stories collections. But this one was Brooke at Military Ball. Not this year, but last year, I think. And then, let's see if I can pick it up. This layout was for one of the National Scrapbook Day challenges over Bash Your Scrapbook Stash. And we had to use rolled paper in 3 different ways. And that was a challenge because I hadn't done that. And I don't normally do that. But overall, I think I like how it turned out. It's not my absolute favorite. But you can see that I did roll the paper in 3 different ways. I'm going to try not to hit the stand today. I did it and made these little fringed, I don't even know what they're called, dangles, tassels. And then I rolled the paper up, you can tell. And then for my third, I rolled all the paper and made a heart to go on my page. And I used some swap stuff, and I used a Close to My Heart, the Valentine collection that they had out this year. And then, let's see. This one was, I'm pretty sure this one was for National Scrapbook Day too. I didn't write on the back. I normally write what they're for. But this is a layout I did. It was for a challenge regardless. But this was the day me and Kaylee did our nails. She helped do mine, and then of course I did hers. And it was just fun. And so I documented that with bright colors, which normally is not my thing. And then I have this one I did. And this one was, I can't even remember what it was for. It was for a challenge. Maybe a sketch. Or maybe it was for, what was this for? Was this for Scrap-A-Sketch? I don't even remember, y'all. I really don't. I have a terrible memory. I don't remember. But anyways, this is Pip that y'all hear all my stories about all the time. And he's still a stinker. And I commented on one of my videos recently that he kind of grew out of stealing the daubers and the foam tape. But I didn't knock on wood. And he is once again stealing the daubers. And it's becoming a problem again. And I'm ready to wring his neck. But of course, this is Pip. And I did this layout for a challenge. I don't remember which one. I think this was also on Bash Your Scrapbook Stash for one of the sketch challenges, pop-up challenges. And I was so excited because I ended up actually winning the Jedi Master, the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle. So, like, I won a $150 gift card to Graphic 45, which is so exciting. And I haven't spent it yet. I just got the gift code today, which I'm filming on the 28th. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to go pick some good stuff. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll do an unboxing video. But I'm so excited because I won. I mean, I won $150 to shop. Yeah. So, anyways, this one is Simba and Pip. My two orange tabbies. I do have whiskers, and y'all saw him in a different page. But I did this one for, I think this one was for a Scrap-A-Sketch. This one was for the Scrap the Rainbow. And I'm pretty sure it's still going on through June something. You have to enter and win stuff on Scrap-A-Sketch Facebook group. So, then, these are layouts that I did while at the day crop, and I worked on all Disney. I only took Disney stuff. I made page kits, if y'all watched that video, of me packing for a day crop. I did all Disney. So, this is one of my pages. I used up lots of swap items on these pages, which I was really excited about. And then I have this one. This one's probably my favorite one I did. No, probably not. It'll be a different one. But I do like how this one turned out. It's very simple. And this was something I cut out on the Cricut to make a stencil, and I ended up putting it as my background. So, I know I mentioned that in the video whenever I used this as a stencil, and I said this would be good to use elsewhere. So that's what I ended up doing. It got put on there. And then the next one is this one. I really do like this one too, though. I apologize for the glare. But this one was the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival at Disney. And I did all my pictures of the topiaries and all that stuff. And then I added this in, because this is also pictures. It was just extra pictures just so I could fit them all on here. I absolutely loved it. It was like a challenge to go around and find all the different ones they were doing. This one I loved, of them holding up Simba. But yeah, I loved it. Flowers are my jam. If y'all watch, y'all know. So, and then I have this one. And this one is very loud and colorful and not my norm at all. And I used lots of alphabet stickers while I was at the day crop, because I didn't take a Cricut or anything. I just packed alphabet stickers to do my titles. So this one says, "It's a Small World After All." And these are all pictures from the It's a Small World ride. And then, of course, I had these also. And I wanted, to just make it 2-page and not have to have a bunch of one thing. So that's all my pictures for that. And I did the same thing with the Animal Kingdom layout. And I actually really, really like how this one turned out. I cut this tree out on the Cricut, and then this was a swap item. I think this one was done for the Bash Your Scrapbook Stash. I think. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, I put all my different pictures in, cut some of them down. I got a lot of pictures on this page. And I used up lots of swap items. This one is my most favorite colorful one that I did. And both of these pieces were swap items. And this pulls out, and it has my journaling on the back of it. This one was for one of the Bash Your Scrapbook Stash challenges, because we had to have hidden journaling on. We had to make 3 different layouts with hidden journaling on each one. So that was one of the layouts that I did for that. And then here's another one that I did, and it's really washed out, but it's like a colored background. But here's my hidden journaling. It fell down in there, but I made a big tag with a big pocket, and I just thought it was cute. And I think I followed a sketch for that, but I don't remember. Alright, and then this one's probably my most favorite that I did at the day crop. I use lots of swap stuff. This is a little tea bag that someone made, and this was the Mad Hatter Tea Party at Disney. And we was actually on the ride when all these pictures were took, and you can tell there's movement in the background. But all of these things right here were swap items, and I finally had a reason to use them. And then these were just stamped images that I had forever that I stamped out. So it was fun actually getting to use those up. Just using stuff from my stash. And then this layout. This is a layout that is different from all the rest. It's very colorful. This was a layout that I had planned on making on a video, and then I didn't. I set it aside, and it just sat there because I changed my mind and ended up going a different route on what I was going to do for the video. So this had laid over there since probably October-ish. And so I decided to finally just put it together. I'm sure it's not the way I originally intended because things didn't fit, so I had to move stuff around. But I don't know what my original idea was, but this is what we ended up with. And of course, this was a vacation that we went on to Pigeon Forge at Laser Point and or Laser Port, and us playing blacklight mini golf. So that was fun. Alright, so that is all the layouts that did not use those 2 collections. So, next, we're going to pull this one. This one is the simple vintage berry fields, and all the layouts I created out of that 6x8 paper pad and the ephemera I had. So, this is the first page. And y'all saw this last month, I think. I created, but I wanted to pull it out and include it in the total count. I didn't recount it as my monthly layout, but I wanted to count it in the amount of layouts I made with the berry fields, the 6x8 pad. So that's that one. This is one I created without pictures on a video, and I said I would add them, and I did do that. Had a strawberry shortcake and a strawberry funnel cake. So good. That's the best part of the Strawberry Festival, is all the goodies. And here's another one that I created without pictures, and I added them. And this is me and my friend Tootie getting strawberry shortcake, and I got a coconut strawberry lemonade, and it was really good. And this is another one I created without photos. And I think this one was actually done. I don't think this one was last month. Maybe it was the month before. I don't remember. But I've held on to it, and I found pictures to add. And I ended up using pictures that I took down at the Strawberry Festival. I ended up getting a face tattoo. They gave me all kinds of free stuff because I let them put a strawberry tattoo on my face. They're like, "You're our first face tat of the day, so let's give you all this stuff, yay!" And I'm like, heck yeah, I'll take it. So I got a little duffel bag and all kinds of ink pens and all kinds of other stuff they gave me. But so then after I got mine and Tootie found out about it, she went and had to get one so that they would give her a bunch of free stuff too, and they did. But this was us having our lunch. We go down there every year, and I love this. We had this loaded bacon mac and cheese and a Greek salad. They have food vendors and all that stuff come down there, and it's fun just to go and try different stuff. And then I can't get a hold of it. Okay, and then there's this one where me and Brooke had churros. This one was at Universal, and I used some swap stuff on there. And, you know, oh, and I want to say about this one. I did this one on video without pictures, and I told y'all I was using a sketch, but I couldn't show it. But it was actually a sketch that I created, and it was in a challenge with other people. We wasn't allowed to tell who made what sketch. But I can tell now because it's over, and I actually won because most of the people actually used my sketch to create a layout from. So, yay, I'll pop the sketch up. It's my second ever sketch that I designed, and I was so excited about it. My first ever sketch I originally sent in for that challenge, and that's why I created it. But then I found out that I ended up using the first one I ever created to submit it for 30 days of sketches, and it's actually going to be day 2. So on June 2nd, my sketch is going to be featured, and I'm so excited to see what everybody does with it. So it was my first ever sketch that I ever designed, so woo-woo. But that other one was from my second ever sketch, and I designed them on the same day. But anyways, this is my next layout that I did. I did lots of mixed media to stretch the collection. I used a bunch of ephemera from it. I used a bunch of swap items. And then I did this one, and I love it. I just love how it turned out. But I love circles. I use circles and hexagons a lot for stuff. And all these embellishments I created myself from my stamps. And there'll be a video coming soon on that. And then I did this layout of my little garden helpers. And just stretching the collection. Used lots of mixed media again. Which is going to be the running theme for all these layouts. And then I did this one from when me and Tootie went to the tulip fields. We went and had lunch afterwards. And I even used a little bag someone sent their swap in, and I put the little chips in there to make it look like a chip bag, which I thought was really fun. And then I did this one, and it's one of my favorites that I did. I know it's hard to see, but there's so much shimmer on it. See all the sparklies? It actually looks like outer space. Well, I don't know. I've never really saw outer space, but it's what I imagine it to look like, right? Same thing with this one. I kind of did the same thing, but different. And I used a stencil, and up close you can see all the little sparkles from the shimmer brushes. It's so much fun. And then this one is probably, okay, I'm going to skip it and save it for in a minute for last, because it's my most favorite one that I did out of that collection. But we have this one that I did of my husband and his dad, and then Blake and Brooke. His dad's a truck driver, so we don't see him very often. And then I did this one. This one was day 1 of May I Scrap Lift You. And I did it of my chickens. And last but not least from that collection is my most favorite. I love this one. I actually used acrylic paint and painted the background on. It has a process video. And then I backed the cut file. I created the cut file myself on the Cricut, which I was proud of. Because I use my Cricut a lot, but I don't do anything that's hard with it. Like, I don't create my own stuff normally, but I've been trying to venture more into that, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, so that is all of that collection. So the next one is going to be the Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Life in Bloom collection layouts. And this one is the first one. This one I actually did last month, but like I said, I wanted to include it in my account of how many I actually created from that collection. So this one was Lainey's birthday, and I actually used lots of paper on this one. I think I did this one for a Mad About Mini paper pad hop. And then this one I created without pictures, and I went and added it. I told y'all I would. But this is a picture of me and my mom at Mother's Day. And I ended up adding this in. So, and I think it turned out really cute. And then I did this one for a challenge over on Pear Tree Cut Files. And they gave us the file for free. And for this side, you had to only use the title and add pictures. And on this side, you had to use this cut file, but only journal. You wasn't allowed to add any pictures. So this is what I created. And for some reason, this is actually my lowest watched video of the month. And I don't know why, because it's one of my favorites. I love it. It has flip flaps on it. So that I could get all the pictures on. And I apologize for the glare. But I think this one turned out really cute. So if you're interested in it, and I scrap lifted someone, definitely go over and watch that video. Let's see. Oh, this one was day 16, me scrap lifting, created by Gwen. Alright, and then there was this one. And I actually really, really like this one, how it turned out. I love the squares. And just the greenery. Like, I really like how it turned out. It turned out really pretty. This one is probably one of my most favorites for the whole month. I love the bright color choice, and I don't know. I love the daisies, how it's simplistic, but it has a big impact. But I also like the fact that I tried something new and just took the little end of my gloss sprayers and just rubbed it on there. There is a process video for this. Day 17, I scrap lifted Kathy Price. If you're interested in watching that, if you didn't see it. And then this one is the Lorax. And my son Blake actually created this stamp at school, and then my daughter Brooke took and made the cake. So I wanted to find a way to bring it all together, and then I have my little tags tucked in here to tell all about it. And then I did this one, and I used lots of swap items of me and Elvis. And, you know, he was such a gentleman. Very quiet, though, to be a musician. But I really like these guitars that I use. And I always like music layouts. That's where my heart is. Alright, and then I did this one. And it has lots of mixed media, but I used up some of the ephemera from the pack. This one was also in Pigeon Forge at the photo park where Elvis was at. And since we were dancing with bears, I thought it was fitting to put music and bears and trees because we were in the Smoky Mountains. Alright, and then I did this one. This is when we were down to the bare minimum. I used a bunch of tickets. This one was the bus ride going to Universal on the band trip. And I actually like how this one turned out with the colors. It was not what I planned on it being. But I was wearing a purple shirt and Brooke was using a purple blanket in that one. So it kind of just flowed out. And then I did this one of Kaylee losing her first tooth. And I used texture paste. I think this one was maybe a Mixed Media Mayhem layout. And then I did this one using a bunch of my hand-doodled flowers with my daughter Miranda and her family at Fall Creek Falls. And then I did old Pippers here. Look, he was just a baby. Look, he was such a baby. Look how little and sweet. And he was a little bit older. Whoops, he was a little bit older in this picture. And he's definitely bigger now, but he's still a little turd no matter what. And I don't know. I love him, but most days I'm going to wring his neck. This one I love. It's a lot. It was very busy, very colorful. I did use stencils, and I know it's hard to see, I used texture paste on here through the stencil. And I used up all the little hexagons or the paper pad scraps. And then I used this and I don't know if I mentioned this or not whenever I showed these. I know I said that I got them and colored them on the bus trip, but I just went on Pinterest and found a bunch of images. Like I looked up house mouse images, the little tildes. I love tildes. That's like what started my love of the little girls. But I saved all of them and just printed them off, and I printed them on my printer. And I colored them with my tri-blend markers with no problems. Like, it didn't make the ink run or anything else from my printer, so that was great. But I got lots of things on there. And then, of course, this is covered because it has a picture of Vivian on there. But I really, really like this. It's very busy and colorful, but I don't know. I'm just loving the busy and colorful this month. Alright, so here's this layout, and I said I was going to do a second page, and I may do it, but time is just gone for me this month. I'm dealing with a lot of things, so I just wanted to get the video filmed, and if I do end up going back and doing a second page to it, I will try to remember to show y'all in next month's recap. But I still haven't done my journaling on here like I said I was going to do. But this is another one that I did using that collection. And this one is probably one of my second favorites of the whole month. And I cheated and used a Vicky Bouton background paper, but then I stenciled in kind of with the same color. I use a lot of flowers and things that I stamp myself from my stamps. And I absolutely love it. And then I did all the journaling. And there is a process video for this. And then I did this one from our Lake Winnie trip with Dumbo and all the flowers that I stamped from my stamps onto pattern paper. And it turned out really cute. And then I did this one, as you can see. And this one has all three of my kitty cats. We got Simba, and then old Pip, and then Whiskers. And I actually love how this turned out. Like, I love the colors. I don't know that I love the cat pictures. But I think it turned out really pretty. Okay, so then I did this one, and if y'all watch this video, I said that I would love to go back with glossy accents and do the balloons so they would be shiny, and I did do that, and you can see they look super cute and shiny, and you can see all the little shimmer on there from the shimmer brush. This one, it was peeling up a little bit, and I tried to straighten it out, and it made it crack, but that's okay. But I put flip-flaps on here so that I could include all of my firework pictures. And so I really, really like how this one turned out. I used lots of stencils on there. This one was a layout I did for the National Scrapbook Day Challenge. And this was the first layout I did using all the doodled flowers. That was the challenge, to doodle out your own flowers, watercolor, fussy cut, and then use them on a layout. So I did do that. And I love how they turned out. So easy. I have a video to show y'all how to create these if you're interested. I ended up using them on lots of layouts because I doodled pages of them. I think I actually went back and doodled 2 more pages of them and used them to fill in. It becomes a little bit addictive. And then I did this one. This one was for one of the challenges on Bash Your Scrapbook Stash, where you had to use a black background. So I love how this one turned out too. And then I did this one, and it turned out really pretty. And I apologize because it looks washed out in the video, but it's not. It's really pretty and colorful too. And that was a Brook for Military Ball this year. And then last but not least, I did this one of my flowers, which was my 2 different kinds of bee balm and my asters that I have. And I love how this one turned out. I love the mixed media that I did on it, and it was very simple. I hope that it inspired you guys to try mixed media to stretch a collection. Now, I told y'all with all the scraps that was left, I'm going to pop a picture up and show you guys what scraps I had left from the Vintage Berry Fields collection. And I'll be honest with you, I just don't have the time to finish out with the scraps. I didn't have a lot left, but I did have a lot of ephemera. But I was able to create 6 cards from the scraps. So I used lots of little things, like these are like the stickers. I had a lot of this stuff left, but I created these cards from the Berry Fields collections. And I could probably create another, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 if I had time. Look at this one. Ain't it cute? It's very busy, but I thought it was super, super cute. And then, since I was last working for the month, since I was last working with the Life in Bloom collection, I ended up creating cards out of the scraps that was on my table. And I'll pop up a picture and show you guys what it looks like. There's going to be a separate video that I put out in June, maybe the first week of June, showing you guys all the layouts and all the cards that I created from those collections. Or maybe just from the Life in Bloom collection. But I will tell you, I was able to create 33 cards from the Life in Bloom collection. And I'm going to save that one till later. And this one, so that I can show y'all what I'm talking about. But I created all these different cards using the ephemera, using the paper scraps. And of course I added in a few other things that I had made, like the flowers. But I created a lot of cards. Here's this one. I did do some mixed media on some of them just to kind of fill it out, so I didn't have to pull out more pattern paper or, you know, whatever to give it a little bit more character. I just did a little bit of mixed media with all the inks I already had out on my table. I used some stencils on some of them. But I'm very happy with how they turned out. I love this one probably the most. And then I did this one. And I'm going to show y'all that one in a minute. And I really like this one too. I think it turned out really cute. But I love this one too. Okay, so I love more than several of them. I love most of them. This one's really pretty too. Look at this one. This one, whenever you have the sticker pad and you pull off all the stickers, that's what this was. I don't know if you can see it. I ended up trimming around it. It's hard to see because it's white on white. But then you can see the little circles from where the stickers were pulled off. Then I went back with the smaller. I made two of them. Okay, so here's the other one. It's easier to see on this one because I put it on a black background. But you can see where all the stickers were pulled off, and it was all these small round stickers. And then some of the other stickers that was used on the circle one was these bigger ones. That was this one. But I even ended up using the sticker part from the book. I pulled it up and I stuck it onto cardstock, and then since it already had the little rings around it, and just put more stickers in them. Some of them I popped up on foam just to give it a little dimension, but that was just another way of stretching it even more. I thought it was really cute. And this is some more of the circle stickers that was on there that I ended up using. And I know it's hard to see the mixed media, it washes it out, but y'all know I had to include my mice in here because, you know, I love this one. It's so cute. And this one was a piece of paper that, and this one is too, that I die cutted some of my circles for my layouts out of, and you can see the scallop ones. But I just pretty much used that paper and just had stuff pop out of it. So I just glued the scraps to the base. Here's this one. Here's this one with the little turtle. Look how cute. And then here's this one where I did some mixed media and used a stencil. And then here's this one. And here's this one. Look how pretty. This one was a reverse. I actually stenciled on here, on this one, with my purple. And then when I went to spritz it and clean off my stencil, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to press it on a card. And this is what I ended up getting. So it was just the reverse of the stencil. And then here's this one. And this one. And so I have to say, I do not have a single scrap of paper left from the Life in Bloom collection because I used it all. I started to throw little bitty tiny scraps away that you could not use for anything, and it broke my heart to look over and see all of them so colorful in the trash, so I dug them out, and then the rest of them, I just chopped them up small, and I ended up making shaker cards. Now, I don't know how well you can see this, but it is the whole thing. I ended up sewing it with all the little paper scraps and in it, and some glitter, and it's a shaker card. And then I used one of the cut apart cards inside of it that says celebrate every day. But I thought it was so cute. I did the same thing with this one, and I kind of made them birthday themed because, you know, woohoo, celebrating. But this one is also a shaker. And this one's a shaker that I used a circle shaker thing on from Close to My Heart. And it also has the little, you can see the little bitty paper scraps in it, and some glitter. And it's super cute. Okay. So, to break it all down for y'all with all my totals and stuff, I ended up, for May, I created 61 layouts. I know, I can't hardly even believe it myself. And I scrapbooked 177 pictures. I used 60 swap items. And so that brings my yearly totals to 165 layouts that I've done this year. I've scrapbooked 488 pictures, and I used 260 swap items, which is awesome. So, y'all know my goal is to scrapbook 1,000 pictures this year. And I would say I'm doing pretty good at the end of May, that I'm at 488. So, almost halfway there. And I'm not even halfway through the year. But we'll see what the year holds. So, I just wanted to say, for the Berry Fields collection, for the 6x8 paper pad and the few ephemera packs that I had with it, I ended up creating 16 layouts, and I made 6 cards. Now, I do have a little bit of scraps left from that because, like I said, I just don't have the time to sit down and create some cards right now. And the Life in Bloom collection, I ended up creating 24 layouts, and I made 33 cards. So, from 2 6x8 paper pads, I created 40 layouts together, and I made 39 cards. So, that's right. I mean, I have enough to make over 40 cards. So that's, I mean, that to me, that's amazing. Out of a 6x8 paper pad, 2 6x8 paper pads, I got 40 layouts and pretty much 40 cards. So that's a lot out of a little bitty small paper pad. So I would say that's a pretty good little punch. So I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me this month. I am going to be trying to participate in 30 Days of Sketches. Like I said, I'm going to be day 2 of 30 Days of Sketches. And I'm going to try to play along, but I found out I do have to have another foot surgery, and I'm going to be having foot surgery June 13th. So I'm trying to film as much as I can, because once I have surgery, I probably will not be filming for at least a month, I'm thinking. We'll see when it comes down to it, but my body's going against the metal they put in my foot, and I'm going to have to get it out. When I'm filming this, like I said, May the 28th, my dad is in really poor health, and he's in the end stages of life, and I'm going to try to travel to North Carolina and see him. I don't know what's going to happen or how much time I'm going to have to film, but like I said, I am going to try to film as much as possible and try to get ahead. But life happens, y'all, so if I go missing and I'm not posting any videos, I just wanted to let y'all know why, because, you know, just pray for us, because we can use all the prayers. I'll take all the prayers I can get for my foot surgery, because I've had 3 and it's always been bad. Take all the prayers I can get for my dad and for the family. And I just want to thank you guys for being a part of my life and hanging out with me, watching me every day, all the kind comments y'all send me. It is greatly appreciated. And so, until next time, bye y'all.